Today, we are talking about hookups overseas. We got some good stuff from our deployment together.
Welcome to the POG Talk podcast with Steve and Bobby.
Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. That's for sure. Between just soldier hookups that were hush hush and
Hush.
am I using the air quotes correct? I don't whatever. But yeah, hush hush
Hush.
hookups. And this episode's going to be full of that. And obviously, we've changed the names of people. And it's not like people didn't know. There was always rumors going around. And whether you chose to listen to the rumor mill or whatever, and then it was just flat out, if you just opened your eyes, you could clearly see, oh, yeah, they're hooking up. Like, they're a little too friendly. And yep, it was kind of like leadership was just turning a blind eye.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what was going on. It was people knew about it, and no one cared.
Right.
And
And you know what?
the ones that got busted, it was, well, shit. We have to do something about this.
Well, yeah, because it was very public.
Yes.
That was the issue. Is it was very public, and you couldn't just sweep it under the rug like, oh,
Yep.
everybody knows about this. The whole base knows about it.
Blackhawk.
Yeah, Blackhawk. We've talked about her in a previous episode. That one you can't sweep under the rug. That was on Pornhub.
Yeah, that was on Pornhub. The Air Force caught you.
Yeah, they're like, record. Yep, copy, send to me, and we are posting this on Pornhub.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, east, back of the dork wagon.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of hookups that happen. And you know what? I can understand if you're single and you're like, you know what? I'm around all these guys and girls, whatever. And it's like, dude, I'm single. This is the time to mingle. And
Exactly.
I get that. And whatever. That's like, whatever. No fault, I don't think. But if you are married, obviously the military has rules against such things. And obviously you don't want higher ups hooking up with lower enlisted or just any lower rank. Even if they don't fall into your chain of
command. You mean LTs and E5s?
Right. That you're in charge of.
Captains with fuzzies?
Right. Like it's one thing to hook up with somebody from a different unit, but when they're in your rank structure.
Your unit. Yeah.
Your unit, your rank structure.
Your section.
That's a problem. Yeah, your section.
Your section.
Yeah. There's reasons why there are rules. We'll put it that way.
Yes.
And then the people that were married, there's 2 6s that were married.
I'm married. You're married. We both went through the same thing. And you know what neither of us did?
We didn't hook up with anybody.
No.
It was just a lot of jerking.
Why, we all have Jack Shacks, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, I got to make sure the whack shack's up.
Yep, exactly.
It's been a while. Damn. And then especially when, because on our deployment, we had Marco Polo. So like I would talk to my wife over Marco Polo. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, I'm going to have to go whack it. So pretty simple. But yes, the people that just have either it's stuff that they've already done before. They just brought it on deployment. So if you were cheating on deployment, you probably were cheating before you went on deployment. So it was just really easy. And that's how they coped. Doesn't make it right. Not by any means.
It doesn't.
But, people hooked up. And it is what it is, and it ruined some marriages.
It did. It
really did.
I mean, at least the LT was in the middle of getting a divorce because Jody got his girl.
Yeah. Jody's a real son of a bitch.
He's a son of a bitch, man. Son of a bitch.
He likes to sneak up on you. He's just keeping your bed warm while you're gone. That's
He
all.
came in the back. He just keeps coming in the back door right when you leave. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, he's keeping the bed warm. He's wearing your clothes. He's just making
Yeah.
sure it feels like you never left.
Driving your truck.
Not a bitch. Don't touch my shit. Okay, so talking about Jody. On my
Okay.
first deployment, there was a fellow E5 in my section, and Jody came to visit his
Do I
wife.
know this E5?
Maybe when he did come back to our unit later as a 6 in my section. But anyways, and he was about to get out. So
Oh,
he was just
no.
like, whatever,
Yeah, I know
I'm
who
getting
it
out
is.
soon. So he took the spot knowing, hey, all I got to do is just finish my contract and I'm done, type of deal. But anyway, so on our deployment, he was a 5, and his wife, the way like he's like, what's going on, blah blah blah. Like she's talking on the phone because the time difference was so different that in the
Yeah.
morning it was night, late at night back home. So he's talking on the phone and he hears some shit and he's like, who the hell's that? And she's like, oh yeah, I didn't tell you? I was feeling lonely, so I got a dog. And he's like, you got a dog? Without even asking me? Yeah, I was just feeling just really alone, and I ended up getting a golden retriever. I was gonna have it as a surprise for you when you came home. But yeah, that's just the dog in bed with me. Now, was it really the dog in bed? She did actually
Ooh.
get a dog. She did. I think she made that excuse up, and she's like, fuck, now I gotta go get
Fuck.
a dog.
Now I got to get a dog.
I gotta find a golden retriever. It has to be I said it was a golden retriever. I gotta go find a golden retriever now. It was really Jody. But yes, he came home and there was a golden retriever there. And then he found out there was also Jody there.
It was also Jody.
And
Yeah.
then
No,
when he got home, she was like, yeah, I was lonely. I think we should see other people. you, you you blamed it on the dog.
then
But
went
yeah,
and bought a dog.
so, and it was funny because like, I mean, usually he was an older 5, but all like our other senior enlisted and everybody had, wives and whatnot. So it was just funny
Yeah.
that he's all like, he was always making jokes about Jody being in your girlfriend's bed because everybody only had girlfriends, all us
Yeah.
5 and below. And it turns out it was Jody in in his bed.
Hey,
Oh,
man, don't wish that on anybody ever.
no,
It'll come back to bite
no.
you in the ass.
But I mean, a deployment will really test your marriage, and it
Yes.
will really see if it's a solid marriage or not. If you can live through a deployment and come home and be like, yeah, it was hard, but we're just picking up where we left off. No,
Yeah.
no harm, no fouls, and you just go on. But yeah, Jody, he has a way of visiting. I mean, my girlfriend on my deployment, Jody came to visit. So
Yeah.
that didn't end well, and that really messed me up on deployment, and yeah, that was not good. But it's better to know and find that out than to get married and then have a horrible marriage or a marriage of lies and then it leads to divorce. So if anything, it was an eye-opening experience, but it also prevented me from marrying the wrong girl. We were engaged, so it
Yeah.
stung. It stung. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
But
it hurt like a motherfucker.
right,
It
so
it hurt,
but it is
but
so much better to find out.
yeah,
And
you
what
found out
sucked is I found out
ahead of
from
time.
somebody else, like a friend, like,
Oh,
oh,
shit.
you're can you see on Facebook, blah blah. And at the time, Facebook was just for college kids. So I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
can't. I don't have a Facebook, blah blah blah. And she's like, there's some stuff on there that you would not like. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I then come to find out, like, hey, I, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, yeah, I'm seeing somebody else. And it's like, right, okay,
Okay.
yeah. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's cool to talk
No.
online just because you're just like lonely and you want to talk.
You want
But
someone to talk to, yeah.
you want somebody to talk to, but
Oh, you mean
it's
like
like
Ricardo?
realistically, right? Like Ricardo, he lived through it on both deployments
Both
where he was
deployments.
lonely.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, it
All
was
right, now
every
we
other
kind
day he was telling. Was every other we told you he was a reoccurring character. We've warned you.
right. And it was funny because Ricardo was trying so hard to like hook up overseas. Like he
Oh, that was
was
funny as shit.
talking to so many girls and
Yep.
online and other,
And
soldiers on the
base.
base.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. But you could tell he's like, I
He
got
was
an itch I
he
cannot
was trying.
scratch.
He was trying really hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And, he had his Speedo. So,
Well, he was trying to show that junk. It was funny because, like, I mean, the girls looked, but they didn't want any.
no. No. Didn't want nothing.
Well,
Didn't want
okay,
nothing.
so it doesn't help that Ricardo is a very outgoing, loud person, and realistically, probably doesn't. They were worried he wasn't going to be able to keep that secret. Like, hey, if we hook up,
He
we got to keep this hush hush. And there
he
is no
absolutely wouldn't
way they
have.
trusted
No.
that.
No.
And they knew he was kind of a whore because he had
Kind of.
a long list, and
We have the
they
list.
knew about the list. Now we didn't actually make the list until we got home because we're like, as deployment went on, we're like, okay, you hooked up with. He would tell us all these stories about people he hooked up with
Yeah.
in all the different branches of the military.
Yeah.
The only one he couldn't hook up with was an Air Force. They looked down on Army, so he did never hooked up with anybody in the Air Force. He hooked up with the Marine,
No,
hooked up with
let's.
Navy, hooked up
Yep.
with Army.
Yep. But
I don't know if
no,
he ever
see,
hooked up with Coast Guard. Maybe.
I think the Air Force turned him down because they were like, I think they just looked down on him.
Right. In general.
I mean, all right. Well, let's get into this. We'll lead off with Blackhawk since
Okay.
she was already introduced this last time. So we went through Blackhawk. I did my homework.
Oh.
It is not on Pornhub anymore. It has been taken down.
Oh.
I think
Well,
that
now everybody's
falls
going to think
under
we're
the.
liars.
I swear on my son, I'm not lying. It was there.
Well,
I'm
no,
pretty
we
sure
know it's true because she said.
Well, she absolutely told us about it.
She told us about it, but also she said it's on Pornhub.
Yeah, she's how we found out it was on Pornhub.
So we know it's true.
But I think it was taken down because of how it was posted. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ricardo spent
many of
months trying
hours
to find
looking.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to watch this video. Come on, phone.
So, but okay, Bobby, you're gonna have to be the driving force on Blackhawk because Blackhawk and the captain, because I heard it third hand. You heard it from the person that
Well,
pretty much
that and
walked
it's
in on him.
it's kind of a conflict of interest because it was your captain.
It was my captain.
So Blackhawk obviously got in trouble with the warrant officers in a Blackhawk.
Yes.
She got busted down. I can't remember, was she busted down to 4 or 3?
She made it she went to 4 because you can't go from a sergeant down further than a specialist. You have to go from NCO
so she
to
was
lower enlisted.
a specialist when she came
Yes.
to our base.
Yes.
And that, if you got in trouble and you were a problem, they always sent you back to our base.
Yep.
So if you were whoring it up and you got caught, they're like, we ain't standing for that, and they just kicked you out. So she came to our base, and
went on pass.
She went on pass, which why I don't know, because if you are already in trouble, you got busted down. They're like, oh well, that was the punishment. So if she wants to go on pass, whatever, she can. And it's like, so you're basically rewarding her. You sent her to our base, and now she'll be able to actually go on pass, because where she was, there was none of that. It was like you were restricted to base. Now you can go off base, and you can go to the other bases on our base, and even off post.
Yep.
So, she goes on pass, and somehow they find like a party. I don't know how, but she got drunk as hell. Like she was
She,
stumbling
bro,
and she didn't even know what day it was. Drunk.
she puked on the bus back.
So yeah, on the bus back, she goes and pukes. That was the red flag to the security guards at the gate. Like, you're not allowed to drink. What are you doing drinking? So right away, it's like, well, now it's public as hell because
Yep.
now the security forces are in on it now.
Yep.
So she gets busted from specialist down to fuzzy. And it's like, okay, you would think you were 5 and you're fuzzy. Maybe you should toe the line and be good. And you would think that command would be like, you really screwed up. You're not allowed to do anything ever if you want to continue being in the military, right? No. Well, she found different ways of doing stuff. And what's the best way of doing stuff and getting some of your cred back than hooking up with a captain? And it's not like she wasn't ugly or anything. She was attractive. And so like, yeah, so she starts hooking up with this captain and like they almost got caught. But not caught. So it was actually Ricardo almost caught him. It's kind of funny. Ricardo's wandering. I don't know who knows? Maybe Ricardo was going and looking for some ladies at night, being like, who's out tonight? Go cruising the strip, walking around posts. I don't know what he was doing.
Honestly, he was probably bored and just going to the gym.
This wasn't near the gym.
Well, maybe he was trying to go back by the chicken shack.
Well,
or the carpenter shack.
That was by the gym, though. That was by the gym.
Wasn't. No, the chicken shack was back by the carpentry shop.
Yeah, but the gym was in the general vicinity. Okay, so you know where our barracks were. So we had our, what do you call them? What were the hard barracks?
I don't remember.
Whatever they're called.
Whatever the fuck they are.
We'll call them the
stacked trailers.
The stacked trailers, whatever. So the hard trailers. So hard trailers, and remember that big hole in the ground?
Yeah.
Right next to them. And then on the other side of the hole was all those other transient tents.
Well, they were
then behind that was the connexes.
And then
from
all the other
outer
units.
wall of the post. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they were down there?
Ricardo was. Yes. Totally not near the gym. There's nothing there. So he heard something. So he went to investigate. It sounded like a struggle. He said.
Sounded like a struggle. Okay.
Sounded like a struggle. So he went to investigate. He was trying to be a good soldier and make sure we weren't getting attacked or something. I don't whatever. We're like, what were you doing? He's like, I don't know, I was just out. And then I heard something. So Ricardo goes to investigate. And by the time he got there, like I don't know if he made too much noise or whatever. But
I mean, he is not the stealthiest dude.
No. So he gets up there and he's like, looked like people were wrestling around the connexes. And then he said there was a little bit of white goo. So a little bit of rough play, a little bit of rough sex, maybe. And that was the thing, is she liked that. So it's like, okay. And then I don't know if Ricardo then saw them just out in the general vicinity and was like, were they fucking? So okay, so that's Blackhawk hooking up with the captain, right? And then then as deployment went on, we saw them hang out, but nothing to be like, oh yeah, they're doing it. But coincidences and different stuff that happened.
I mean, like when we immediately got back to the States and just kept hanging out together.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There was more signs. It's like, well, we're not on deployment anymore. We're on demob, so it's kind of like, whatever.
That's not how it works. That is not how.
I know that's not how it works, but that's kind of the mindset. Everybody was in this mindset of like, oh, we're going home. Who cares?
I mean, the sergeant and the LT.
Another one. So I don't know.
We
you want to take
suspicions.
This one?
Yeah, I'll take this one because are they going to yell at me?
No. Not anymore. I mean,
Whatever.
they yelled at you enough
They
overseas,
did
but
a lot. Actually, the lieutenant didn't yell at me. He tried to fix things. I was just at that point like, I don't give a crap.
well, that he
So
doesn't need to yell at you. He just got to go tell the 5.
yeah, I'd be like, yep, okay, cool. And give me my Article 15. I don't care.
Yeah, I want you to write an Article 15. And I want you to put legitimate things down on why I deserve it.
Yep.
And she tried many times to do that, and nothing
Great.
ever stuck because she was just pulling shit out of her ass because she knew that you knew about her hooking up.
What? No, I didn't know about her hooking up because that happened at the end.
Well, that was more
This-
of like verification at the end.
But no, because they weren't doing anything until the end because the LT wasn't there until the end.
I know
It
he
was-
left.
No, he was
But he
he
came
was in
back.
Kuwait. No, he was in Kuwait for like months. And then he was up in Afghanistan, and then he was out in Syria.
No. So originally he was with us
Oh, he
when you were in
was.
Kuwait.
I wasn't around for that part. So I am only going to go on what
you know.
personally know.
Okay.
So
All right, go ahead.
my job, we've established that I counted a lot of connexes and tricons and all that stuff. So I knew where all the stuff was on post. My other job was to ship things that we had on post to forward deployed units. So I would do that. Problem with shipping things is that, well, the Navy is the one that flies the stuff out, and their schedule is weird. My schedule was always fucked up. I was up at all hours of the day and night. I had one at 01:30. I had loaded the bongo truck up with everything that I needed to ship out, all my paperwork, and then bebopped my happy ass down to the flight line. And so all this shit could get loaded because I couldn't just drop it during the day and then come bebopping back in about 02:30. And what are they doing wandering around together at 2:30 in the morning? Okay. All right, cool. Park the bongo truck and
Just
go
a
and
little
rack
night
out.
stroll.
That's fine. Go tell First Sergeant that I was back because I had to do that. Tell the LT everything made it out. Not
Accountability.
that LT. The LT that was overseeing all the mobility stuff. So I had to tell her that I was back. Everything got off the way it
Right.
was supposed to. A couple nights later, I'm getting ready to go to pick up a bunch of guys that are swapping in because we were doing swaps to Afghanistan at that point. Bringing sections back, firing sections back, and sending the other guys out. So I'm going to pick up everybody's gear so they can all do whatever. It's 1900. See my LT and Sergeant wandering around again, just next to each other. And it's like, okay, that's kind of weird.
I mean, they were coworkers.
Okay, awesome. Bobby, me and you were coworkers too. You know what we never did? I never was right up against you, leaning on you,
No.
or anything like that.
No. We stopped doing that kind of crap in basic. And it was just like,
Yeah.
dude, there's space.
I have room. Leave
Get
me
off
be.
my nuts.
Yeah, exactly. I got back and was like, nah, motherfucker, stay away from me. But, and then we'll fast forward a couple months to where we're in the transient temps because the new unit swapped in and we're getting ready to
Okay.
leave, right?
Yep.
Everybody
Yep.
shipped all
You
their
were in my
crap
tent.
home.
Yep.
Yes, I was. It was me, you, Truckee,
Ricardo,
bitching about Truckee snoring. That was funny.
when he
Anyway,
snored
sidetrack.
like a horrible son of a
just
bitch.
as bad. Just bad. But anyways, so I go out to have a cigarette because why not? And it's 01:30, whatever. It's not like we were doing anything. It was all of us just kind of, all right, I'm here. When are we leaving? None of us had jobs at that point. So, our schedules were all fucked up. So I'm outside. I went over to the volleyball pits by the bar.
The lack of bar.
Yeah. But so I'm up there, I'm smoking a cigarette. It's fucking pitch black, right? It's dark as shit up by that bar where I'm smoking. And they come wandering out in the middle of nowhere again. just rolling down.
Weird.
Yeah, they were holding
Little night
hands
stroll.
and stuff. Yeah, okay, sweet.
Didn't think
So
nobody was around, huh?
I was in my PTs. It's not like I was wearing bright colors. I was wearing the black PT bullshit.
With reflective gear on.
Yeah, sitting over there. I was smoking a cigarette, cherry lighting my face up and everything. I'm
It's
just,
not like you were in your ninja suit and hiding and stalking.
I wasn't hiding anything. I was just out having a fucking cigarette. So I go wandering back in after they split to go to their separate tents finally, after they sat underneath a light and sat there and talked for several minutes and then gave each other a hug.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's nice.
under the lights is kind of ballsy.
Right. Everybody can see you.
Yeah. So, and then we'll fast forward back to us getting finally home. Well, not home, but back to Bliss. Demo Bliss, where we go to a bunch of stupid classes, wait for medical, and basically have nothing to do but sit around with our thumbs up our asses. Right?
Right.
Okay, you guys can go to the mall or, whatever. Can't drink, can't do any of that stuff. This first sergeant, Mac, and Kay decided that they were going to do something nice for us all. So we had bowling. Remember? We'd go bowling.
Oh, yeah. I went.
And so we all went bowling. Yeah, me and you were there. We bowled like crap
which allowed us to stay up past curfew.
Out. Yeah, we could be out till midnight.
No, it was later than that because it was midnight bowling.
Oh, it was midnight bowling. Yeah, we got to stay out until like 1 a.m. That's right.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot later. Otherwise, curfew was at 10?
We're supposed to be 22? Back in the barracks at 10. Yeah, 2200.
Right,
yeah.
22 just for roll call.
Yeah, you had to be back in the barracks.
That was just like your leadership being like, you here? Okay, cool.
Yeah, are you alive? All right, dope.
Good. Yeah, you're alive. Sweet. Are you in bed? Good.
The LT and said 5 go to this too. And because we went there, we got food. No, they didn't let us have beer there, did they?
No, but you could enjoy everything soda, else that a bowling alley has to offer. Minus
bought like
booze.
pitchers of soda and everything else.
Yeah, you could go get an icy, whatever.
Yeah.
Nachos.
So
I got nachos.
Hanging out. I got nachos too. I had shitty bowling alley pizza and it was great. And, whatever. So start looking around after we're getting ready to walk back, right? It's like 1 a.m. I don't see the lieutenant or the E5. Hadn't seen him for a few hours.
Right.
Where the fuck did they go? All right, cool, whatever. Don't think anything of it. So bowling alley is over here, right? Our barracks is here. Because the bowling alley was east of our barracks.
Okay. Yeah.
The mall was northwest of our barracks.
Right.
And there was a movie theater over there. So, we get back. It's 1:30-ish when we get back. I'm sitting outside. I actually was talking with my wife. And I watched the lieutenant and the E5 come wandering back from the direction of the mall, which is closed, by the way. Nothing's open.
Oh, yeah. Long closed.
Yeah. It all closes down at like 10 p.m. It's 2200. It all closed at 2200.
Right.
And I'm like, huh. And they see me. Because, again, not hiding. Just
out in the open.
There in the smoke pit, doing my thing, talking on the phone. They're like, Carson, what are you doing? I'm like, talking to my wife, smoking a cigarette. What are you guys doing? Nothing. We just were out for a walk. Like, oh, I thought you guys went bowling with us. Oh, we did. We left a little bit earlier, though.
I bet.
Oh, okay. Have a nice night. Yeah. Ricardo started an investigation on them. Before we even left Bliss, it got started. Ricardo was very angry. He was mad at all sorts of stuff.
He was mad because he wasn't getting any.
Yes, obviously. But so he started an investigation into all sorts of people. It was actually kind of petty. It was actually really petty. But
it wasn't.
It was still funny.
It was his investigation, not a command investigation.
No, he skipped command. He went straight straight up above command. He went to brigade. So brigade started it.
Oh, well, that was nice of them.
Yeah.
Not that they're going to do anything about it.
No, they didn't do shit, but it was, but yeah. So, because he caught them together at one of the restaurants on Bliss, holding hands and sitting. Like, bro, just let people be. I know you don't like either of them, but Jesus Christ, dude.
No, I know he was. That's right. I know he was doing the investigation because he pushed for me to investigate 2 of my soldiers.
Oh yeah, I remember. We were sitting in the smoke pit when he told us about it.
Yeah. So, but no, you're right. So to give another point of view, I came back from the bowling alley with Ricardo, and we left a little early, not a lot early from the bowling alley. Like, it was close to the end. We're like, you know what? We're done.
Yeah, you
Let's
guys
just go
left
back.
right before the rest of us.
And
I walked back with Truckee.
Right. So I come back and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go on my phone, talk to my wife, just like you did.
Yep.
And so you were in the smoke pit, right? So you were, which smoke pit? Were you in the far one or the center of the parking lot?
I was the one right in between the 2 buildings because we had that barracks.
Yeah. Okay. So you were in the one where you would catch them if they were coming from the mall area.
Yeah, that was the one I was in.
I was in the back parking lot. So you were here, you were here. I was on the other side of the building.
Oh, you were on the other side. Okay.
And I saw them. So there is 2 points of verification. Steven's point and then mine. So I saw them coming back and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, so remember that lieutenant and that sergeant that I was telling you about? Yeah, they're walking back together from a totally different direction than the bowling alley. And she's like, ooh.
I said the same thing to my wife. I'm like, this is weird. They shouldn't be coming from this direction.
So yeah, after they ran into you, they didn't stop and just go back. They kept walking.
Oh, I know they didn't. I saw them keep
because
walking.
then they walked by me.
Oh.
And they're like, what are you doing out? And I'm like, we were at bowling. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right. Like they were so like.
No, they saw me, so it threw them completely off.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we were all together at the bowling alley. Don't you remember? So yeah, I can be out here on my phone because technically you don't have to go to bed until said time. So that's why I was like, well, it's a little late for them to be out. So just together.
Again, y'all do you. Don't really care.
Right. I think so. There was another place you could go. But yeah, she was married. He was married. But while we were overseas, did she file for divorce or did he?
I think he did.
Okay, so he filed for divorce because then he had to go home because she's like, I can't live without you, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. He had to go home. He used an excuse to go home. Like she said, she's going to kill herself or something like that. So he went home for a while.
Yeah.
But now I don't know if her husband thought she was cheating or if he was cheating, but I know then one of those 2 filed for divorce. I think it was him.
I think it was him.
So that's kind of like, okay, well, now we're both going through a divorce. It's okay if we date. We just can't let nobody know.
And I mean, I could see we're just trying to help each other through a tough time argument. And I understand that. But,
right. Yeah. You're both going through a divorce.
I get that. Here's the problem with that.
You're in the same section.
You're in the same section.
One's in charge of the other.
Yep.
And she mysteriously got that promotion.
Which promotion? You mean the E6 slot that she got miraculously?
Well, so because she didn't get promoted to 5 until we were overseas, and then
she got a 6 slot.
How long it was, and when I don't know if the time frames all lined up, if she was hooking up with the LT or not. But then yes, that 6 slot mysteriously appeared.
Just showed up.
And
then she
when
got
people were when Ricardo was trying to go to our leadership and say, hey, this is bullshit, these 2 are hooking up, and they just
Yeah.
swept it under the rug,
Yep.
then yeah, it's like, we really want to keep her around, blah, blah, blah. Here's a 6 slot that magically appeared. So obviously it's because they liked that lieutenant because he's an FA officer. And they're like, well, they're hard
Yeah.
to come by, good ones, blah, blah, blah. So nothing was going to happen to him. He was in the good old boys club at that point.
Yep. Yep.
And she was under his wing. So it was kind of like,
Oh, she was under something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a wing.
But
well, it's like Blackhawk miraculously got her 5 back within like under a
Right.
year.
Yeah, we're home. She went from fuzzy to 5 real quick. Wasn't it because was she in that captain's unit then?
No,
Was he the commander?
she was an add-on anyways. So she went back to her home unit.
But I remember seeing her.
Well, yeah,
at
she
a
had to come
drill.
and do all this. She had to come and do all this stuff with us before she could
I
go
thought it
back
was
to
a
her
later
unit.
drill.
Might have been. Well, she came
I
back.
thought it was a later
to our
drill.
unit. She came back to our
eventually
unit.
she came back.
Yeah, and had her 5.
And had her 5, yes.
Yeah, because it was
Helps.
it was it
Helps when you know a captain.
You know what? I know her. She's a nice girl.
Right.
She does know her shit.
She just
there are other
up.
ways to get your promotions.
Right. She was already a 5. You might as well get back there.
I just don't know how you do it in under a year.
That's impressive.
It's pretty impressive, man. It's pretty impressive.
Really impressive considering the punishment was, hey, you're going to get bumped down. You got to work your way all the way back up. And I mean, yes, you already have the schooling done to be a 5.
Okay.
But
awesome.
Like, how do you do that? That's
so
amazing.
So it's what? Like fuzzy to PV2 is 3 months, right? Something like that.
I don't know if it's 3 months or it's 3 months with the waiver, whatever.
Okay. All right. So let's just call it 3 months. And then PV2 to PFC is 6 at least.
3 or 6. And then specialist is 6 to at least. So yeah.
And then you have to be a specialist a year before you can even get considered to put on the list.
And you have to.
And there has to be an open
slot. A slot. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that is amazing. Like, holy crap. You moved up quick, girl.
Yeah. I mean, no, it is what it is. More power to her. Awesome. Let's see. Let's talk about your boy that got the hotel room.
Oh, you know what? I think we'll save that one for next time.
You want to save that one for next time? Okay. I think we've dished
that one's kind of a long deal because it involves money. T-Money is a longer story.
Okay, so we're going to have a part 2 to this.
We're going to have to because there's still a lot more hookups that happened on deployment or before deployment that
was before.
T-Money and him actually hooked up before deployment.
They did.
And then on deployment. And then after deployment. That's a long story because there's a lot to cover on that one.
There was a ton. There was so much.
But yeah, that was my nightmare. Those 2.
I know. I have never been so glad to not be in command of anything in my life.
And that's probably a good spot to stop. So yeah.
I think so.
We have more stories to tell about hookups on deployment.
Yeah,
so make sure you subscribe now so you get that notification that part is coming out and you can get more of the dirt. Because I'm finding out new dirt. Subscribe now and hit us up. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything.
Yeah, we'll put more links out later, guys.
But yeah, subscribe, be friends with us, please. All that good stuff on social media.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and anybody that was mentioned in said story, remember, we didn't use your name. So if you want to comment, that's on you.
Yep.
Then people will know it was you. Yeah. But all right. I think that's good, Steve. Great talking to you.
Nice talking to you,
Bobby.
See you
next time.
Hopefully. All right. Bye.
Bye.